Hi everyone, this is Tony Mori. Join me on my visit to Caymus Vineyards in Rutherford. Caymus Vineyards, a family-owned winery in Napa Valley's Rutherford district, was established in 1972 by the Wagners, a family that has been growing grapes for over 100 years. Besides the approximately 73 acres of vineyards they own around the winery, the Wagners owns vineyards in several other Napa Valley locations and also purchase grapes from local vineyards. Cabernet Sauvignon, which Caymus initially shipped 240 cases of in 1972, remains the main wine. 50 to 60,000 cases of wine are shipped per year. Let's hear more about Caymus Vineyards in Rutherford from owner and winemaker Chuck Wagner.
Well, Caymus Vineyards is a family-owned and operated winery. We established here commercial business in 1972, but previous to that, we were in farming right here on this property. My father, when I was a child, raised grapes, but also prunes and walnuts. By the mid-1960s, he pulled out the trees and planted grapes, primarily Cabernet Sauvignon. We're situated here in the middle of Napa Valley in the region of Rutherford. And this is a fairly warm region as far as quality wines go. Cabernet being a late variety, it is the appropriate variety to grow here in the middle of Napa Valley. Our property is 73 acres, but we do farm and get supply from grapes from neighboring vineyards, which we lease rather than own. We take a long-term rental of the land of 25 years and redevelop those vineyards or those lands into vineyards that we like, be the clones and the rootstock and the trellis system, row orientation, all that's taken into consideration when we're planting. So that's something that we've been doing since 1984. Our expansion continues, but really it's all about quality for us. So as a producer of the high-end producers, you might imagine Caymus is one of the largest of the fine wine group. In the world of wine, we are still considered a small winery. Cabernet Sauvignon is our main wine, and one which we've been able to do very well with. The wine critics, Robert Parker, a Wine Spectator, like the wines, and that's really helped us get our name out there across the land. But also we're proud to say that the Wine Spectator gives a top 100 rating every year, and we are the only winery twice nominated with the #1 wine of the year by the Wine Spectator magazine. So this has been good for us. Our production of Cabernet Sauvignon is about 50 to 60,000 cases per year. We make 2 Cabernet Sauvignons, Special Selection, which is our top wine, and Napa Valley. The Napa Valley bottling, often people consider it just about as good as the Special Selection, but I can explain the differences about the 2 wines. What's most important in making wine is the environment. The climate in which we grow the grapes is the primary. Soil would be second, and then third, it dissolves to many other parts of the business. It has to do with plant orientation. It has to do with the density of the vineyard, the yield of the vineyard, the rootstock involved, the clone of Cabernet. It goes on and on. But I would say it goes one and two being climate and soil. We make the 2 Cabernets. The Special Selection Cabernet is our top wine. This is 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. It is to date. We're considering maybe blending in the future. We're always open to options. But at this time, we're having great success with using Cabernet Sauvignon entirely in this wine. The wine is aged in French oak. Both Cabernets are aged in French oak. The differences are that the Special Selection stands on its own 2 feet a little bit, and where it's got less wood than the Napa Valley bottling. You can see also the color is more purple when the color of the Napa Valley has got some scarlet notes to it. I think that the Special Selection is longer aged wine, a bit more complex, but both wines have a Caymus house style. that I think is very apparent in the production. The Napa is the wine that we call our bread and butter wine. We make more of this wine than we do of special selection by a long shot. This wine we've proved ourselves to have a very strong market even during the economic downturn. It seems to be a popular wine, not just the Caymus name, but the style of wine we're producing seems to be sought after. Now, I would like to speak about style a little bit because we have endured a few changes over the years. Over the last 10 years or so, we've began to farm a little differently and pick a little bit later in the season. And we're also ensuring that all of the vines that produce our wines are healthy with green leaves and not have the red leaf that is commonly seen in the vineyards here, which that red leaf interrupts the ripening process. So interesting to note is that for ourselves here in Napa Valley, younger vines are usually the healthier vineyards, and younger vines make the better wines, which goes against the tradition of, say, Europe. So old vine to me, it means a negative, not a positive, when it comes to Cabernet Sauvignon in Napa Valley. I'm Chuck Wagner from Caymus Vineyards. I am owner and winemaker of Caymus and have been since a 1984 vintage. My family, of course, started Caymus. I started with my mother and father 39 years ago, starting our business here, right in the middle of Napa Valley. We welcome you to come and visit us. Napa Valley is a genuinely wonderful place. Small valley, 30 miles long by 3 miles wide, and it's monoculture, all grapes, well-tended grapes, and a lot of people trying to make great wines out of Napa Valley. So please come and visit us. Caymus Vineyards Tasting Room is open to the public. A call ahead would be appreciated. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed visiting Caymus Vineyards. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.